The Christian Secondary College is a major focus in our ministry. Working with impressionable young people has its rewards. Rewarding in the sense that you can see them grow, learn, acquire employable skills, all the while becoming self-sufficient and good citizens. People who are faithful and contribute to the welfare of the church and society. This is why our energy has been directed towards influencing these young minds for good and for the future of the church and their community. Students come to school from 7:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Over 75% of them cannot afford lunch. Before, they had no midday break. But since October 2007, we have created a midday break for students in the school schedule. We have also hired a lady to prepare some snacks for those who can afford to purchase them. When school gets out at 2:30, students socialize with each other and meet with their teachers for some end-of-the-day instruction. Our students are very happy with their uniforms and never complain about wearing them. In 2004, we built a 2,000-seat auditorium through the financial support of interested brethren. This building is paying off great dividends, especially when more than 1,500 students and teachers meet during assemblies and devotion, and especially during the Youth Forum. The annual Youth Forum is an eventful, inspirational occasion for the young people. In 2007, the attendance was 1,300 youth with some adults. By the time the conference ended, 49 young men and women gave themselves to Christ. Confessions before baptism usually take different forms. For this group, they were asked, "Who is Jesus? And what would he do for you?" Or, "Why do you want to be a Christian?" These young men and women were baptized in the baptistry Brother Clemens helped construct. Even though we have been blessed with the auditorium, additional challenges remain. Our classrooms are ancient, inadequate, crowded, and have an insufficient number of desks. Despite this, the students cheerfully manage with what they have. We need additional classrooms in which to expand the current computer lab. The building that houses the computer lab was originally the vice principal's office. Later, it was converted to a library. Now it has become an inadequate computer classroom. We teach many subjects at the school, from Bible to chemistry. Brother David Achman, the current chaplain of the school, teaches Bible as well as other classes. When students are out of class, they can be found maintaining the compound. Students typically clean and wash the equipment in their dusty classrooms. These students were doing detention by cutting grass. In a crowd of students, Brother Eno asked them what they enjoyed about the school. Many volunteered, saying they liked everything. "Everything," Brother Eno interjected. One of the little girls said, "We don't like to cut grass. It is too much." Then the others in unison asked us to provide them with a grass-cutting machine, or what we otherwise know as a lawnmower. They were tired of cutting grass. For most of our classrooms, adequate equipment is unavailable, but both teachers and students make do with what they have. An example of the gross neglect that the school suffered when the government administered the school is seen in the existing electrical system. When the school's generator breaks down or when funds are low, the school uses a little generator to power the principal's office, the clerical offices, and the computer lab. Just as much as we wish to equip the classrooms, we also need to equip the teachers to effectively assist the students. So just before we left Nigeria, we conducted a workshop in the school library for the entire staff of the school, entitled "The Role and Responsibility of an Effective Teacher." The teachers enjoyed the class and look forward to additional classes in the future. With the government's neglect of the school for 31 years, we have taken it upon ourselves to invest in the maintenance, equipment, and buildings of the school. We have started repairing classrooms, the teachers' quarters, and the school kitchen. We are also engaged in the expansion and construction of the computer lab building. Additional support from our friends will enable the school to conduct the needed renovation and construction of the computer lab and girls' dorm. The school recently took delivery of cement from which the workers at the school molded over 6,500 blocks. These blocks will be used for the construction of the computer lab. Some of the cement was also used for repairs and the construction of a teacher's overgrown abandoned house. The school hired laborers to clear, cut, and dig the trees before plastering the walls and installing roofing. This is how the building appeared before we left Nigeria. The roof was completed a week after we departed in October 2007. The school has 4 other such quarters to be renovated. Our objectives are to train and equip preachers for outreach ministry, to help reverse the continuing trend of dependency and poverty, to train young people for leadership positions in the church and society, to help reduce the level of poverty and starvation by equipping men and women with marketable skills, to train people in ecologically sustainable modern farming methods in order to earn a living, support their families and the church, to develop a sense of self-sufficiency, respect, and a sense of shared obligation to the less privileged. God is to be glorified for every blessing, for every penny of support He has led you to give, and for your participation in this venture. We thank you for listening and appeal for your continued prayers and material support.